Hey guys, and welcome back to the West Yorkshire Football Show. First of all, let me apologise for us not doing a review yesterday. It was totally on my say-so. I messaged Brownie at half-time of yesterday's game and just said, "Look, mate, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty unwell and I was unable to do the review after watching the game yesterday. Hopefully, I'm going to start feeling better soon." Well, I had 10 minutes of energy this morning. I thought I would do a little review and stick it up on the channel after last night's game and yesterday's fixtures as a whole, really. It was a hell of a day in the Championship. Standard kind of Championship feel, really, to the whole day. Leicester doing the business on the back of, obviously, them having a really bad run of form. And they ended up running out 3-1 winners over Norwich. I thought Leicester were good yesterday. They showed themselves to be the team that we all know that they really should be. Norwich, I thought, were really poor. I thought Norwich were going to be one of their most difficult games for Leicester in the running. Excuse me. And it didn't prove to really be that way. Norwich need to improve going into the derby next weekend to try and help us out against Ipswich. But that said, yeah, Leicester did the business, and then Ipswich do what Ipswich just do, right? And they ended up unbelievable, really, the way that their form continues. They end up winning the game basically with the last touch of the game. Arguably a very rough red card for Southampton. I think there were probably a player covering, but if that's Leeds in that situation, I'm screaming for a red card, so I get it. I think Sam Moses should be sent off. But you can't criticise Ipswich. They, find themselves 1-0 up. They go 2-1 down. They don't drop their heads. They got dominated for large parts of the game, especially the second half. They were really under the caution. They stayed in the game. They ended up coming back and winning 3-2. So, they lose Kiefer Moore, and it didn't really affect them. They still, come back and win the game. They're impressive, and with 6 games to go, if they get through these set of fixtures with enough points to take them up, they deserve it, guys, and we just have to kind of accept that, I think. So that being said, coming on to the Leeds game, I was nervous going into the game. Whole decent side, without a number 9. I think they lack that kind of cutting edge up front, but that side, they've got some good players within that squad. I thought Tyler Morton had an excellent game for them yesterday. But some of their most attacking or dangerous threats, i.e. Philogene, was kept pretty quiet overall. As much as they dominated possession for the sake of dominating possession. They didn't really have the better of the chances. Well, we had all of the good chances. Talking on the team to start with, happy to see Byram at right back and Firpo back in at left back, allowing Ampadu to step in alongside Rodon again. His first goal from open play with that centre-back partnership was conceded. I thought none of them looked particularly comfortable with the setup. I've been quite vocal with the fact that I didn't think Archie and Kamara suited playing alongside each other, and I think that was very evident. Neither of them wanted to really dictate the tempo of the play, which is what Ampadu and more predominantly Gruev does in the system as a deep-lying playmaker. I thought we really missed Gruev. I thought we really, really missed Gruev yesterday, and you're seeing it now. He's one of them that you miss, or you realise how important he is more when he's not there than when he is there. The breaking up of play, but more, for me, the dictating of the tempo and the way that we play and build up. Rodon apparently was suffering with back spasms yesterday, and I thought you could tell that. Glenn Kamara was dealing with an illness or flu, and I thought you could tell that as well. And then it's been reported since that Sam Byram told Daniel Farker at halftime that he couldn't sprint. So all that considering, 2 games in 4 days as well. On the back of the international challenges and the injuries that we're dealing with, to again come through that game, I think probably just edging it, I think is testament to the lads and to Daniel Farker. I thought Sam Byram was excellent yesterday. He was my man of the match. He pocketed Philogene, and when I then heard the news that he was injured for the second half, even more impressive. It was very, very good. But yeah, that midfield is a concern for me, especially going into the games away from home. I know you're not going to want to wear this, some Leeds fans, but I would be tempted to bring Cooper back in for the Coventry game and play Ampadu in midfield. But we do have a week with it on the training field where Archie and Kamara can be working together on hopefully building a combination, because I do prefer Ampadu in the back line over Cooper, of course I do. But against Ellis Sims, Cooper really should be able to deal with that. And I think the importance of having the control of play and the dictate of the tempo in the midfield with Ampadu alongside Gray or Kamara would be better served. But it's just an opinion, isn't it, guys? Getting into the game, Pat. I mean, for me, I thought he had an alright game yesterday. Held the ball up well, challenged well, battled well, but the miss is typical Bamford. But you know what? It happens. Strikers miss chances. Sure, Pat misses more than most, but he's up against his XG this year. I think we're a better team when he's in the side. That doesn't change just because he misses one chance. I saw somebody else on another content show yesterday argue that the Matteo Joseph chance that hit the post was actually a bigger sitter than the one that Bamford missed. I kind of tend to agree with that. But it won't fit the narrative of most fans because one's Patrick Bamford and one's Matteo Joseph, a youngster that's coming through. So, sure, he should score. And that would have probably killed the game. I think we'd have been able to dictate the play a lot more and control the game a lot more from 2-0. But you know what? We did what we needed to do and we got through the game. I thought we were... In the first half, we allowed them to control the ball without doing very much with it. I thought second half we got far more into the play. Hull started to drop further and further back as the game went further and further on, and we were able to use his bench effectively and make the changes that made the difference. Matteo Joseph coming on did help, but it is game state. We need to remember that. It's not just a case of Matteo Joseph comes on and he plays better for 20 minutes than Patrick Bamford does, so he should then start games. That's not the way it works. Pat isn't very effective when he comes off the bench. He's just not that kind of player, whereas Joseph is. He's got pace to get in behind. He's got the energy when defenders are a little bit more tired. Hull players started dropping like flies, injuries started happening, and Louis Coyle had a very good game at centre-back yesterday, and when he came off I thought they lost a little bit of control in the game. But look guys, this is going to be a tough run-in, and we're going to have several games I think between now and the end of the season, the remaining 6 games, where we don't play particularly well, but we do what's necessary and get the 3 points. That's all that matters at this stage of the season. That is literally all that matters. Ipswich showed that yesterday. They were second best in most of that game and they ended up coming out with 3 points. Leicester away at Bristol didn't play particularly well, but they weren't able to get the 3 points over the line. We were able to claw a point out against Watford from a position where we really shouldn't have on the day. Leicester weren't able to do that. They're the differences at this stage of the season. I couldn't care less about the performance. It makes it easier as a fan to be able to enjoy the 90 minutes if you're dominating the whole game, but the facts are is everybody's got stuff to scrap for at this stage of the season, and it's tough. It's really, really tough. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I know this is only just a quick review, but as you can tell, I'm really struggling. I wanted to get something out just to give my kind of perspective on the game, because I felt really bad for not doing anything last night. Stay with the team, guys. Stay with, just trying to enjoy this as much as possible. At the end of the day, we're now mid-80s for points in a 3-way title battle with Ipswich and Leicester, something that the Championship has never seen. Sunderland hold the record for the highest points total in not going up, which was 90, and we're all likely to finish above 90 points now. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable season. But just enjoy it. We've had 2 seasons of battling relegation. So enjoy going, struggling in a positive element, if you like, in that we're trying to win the Championship division to get promoted. And the absolute worst case scenario is that we get a second chance at it in the playoffs. That's the way that I'm seeing it. 6 big cup finals. I'm confident. I think we'll take 13 to 15 points out of the next 6 games. But I think Ipswich and Leicester will be close. I think they'll be close. I just hope that Ipswich's fixtures catch up with them, because some of their games between now and the end of the season are difficult. But if they come through with enough points out of them games, they deserve it, guys. They deserve it. So So yeah, match on together, up the boys. Thank you for watching, and me and Brownie and the rest of the lads from the West Yorkshire Football Show will be back to see you soon. I'm sure that we'll get some content lined up because of the Easter weekend and stuff. The review, the joint review, roundtable show, if you like, has probably been kind of scratched for this week. But yeah, we'll be back with you soon, and we'll definitely see you for a review at the weekend for me and Brownie. All right, guys, see you soon. Peace out.